Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice podcast, where the girls are hot, healing, and hella fun. You're back with your favorite host, me, of course, Neela Sean. Hi, guys. Oh, my God, we're back. Episode 2. Can we give it up for the consistency? We love that. See, I told y'all I wasn't going to play around this time. How y'all doing, though? Did you pray today? Did you journal? Did you cut off that man? Did you block him? Y'all know the man that I'm talking about. Yeah. I just got your business and I got in it fast. Yeah, because we got to keep each other accountable, right? Did I do those things today? I did pray. I did journal. The last one, I don't know. We're working on it. It's about growth. Not perfection, but progression. Oh my God, I'm really excited to be here today. Got a little vibe going in here. Tried to have a little vibe going in here, child. All cozy. I got my little silk robe on. It's real intimate here. Yes. Glad you're here joining me. Today, we will be talking about post-grad life realities. These adult streets. This tough. Y'all think the dating streets are tough? Baby, no, the adult streets are tough, okay? We're going to dive into things that, maybe you knew. Maybe certain things came to a surprise to you after you walked across that stage. But whether you knew it or not, the reality is things we got to deal with and things we kind of got to be okay with, unfortunately. But yeah, we're going to get into all of that today. And we're also going to be talking about how to deal with these things. I just kind of got the idea. I was like, maybe I need to do a post-grad series. I feel like the girls need to have a little post-grad check-in every now and again, especially during this first year. Child, it's already been 4 months since graduation season. So, just making sure the girls are okay. We're surviving, we're living. Because these streets is hard. They're hard. But yeah, let's go ahead and vibe out. And then we're going to get right into the nitty and the gritty. Okay, so let's get into it. The post-grad life realities. Go to college, they said. It'll be fun. They said it'll be worth it. They said. But no, I truly enjoyed college. I really did. If you know me, you know that I did. It was a time, child. We had a time, okay? But I just was not prepared for life after. And it's so crazy because I remember coming up on graduation and everyone was just asking me like, oh my God, Nia, how do you feel? Are you excited? And I would always say yes. Like I told y'all in my last episode, I don't miss school at all. Like the aspect of being in school and being a student, I don't miss it. So I was definitely excited to be done. But I kept telling people, I was like, I really feel like the next day, like after graduation, after I walk across the stage, after all the hoopla and the celebration, I just feel like it's going to hit me and I'm going to wake up and be like, what is going on? And sure enough, baby, let me tell you something. Post-grad depression, I'm talking about immediately. The next day, she said, hey, Stink, go ahead and slide over, make some room for me. Because I'm here. She's here. It's crazy. I swore up and down that I was not going to have post-grad depression. Because I remember, first of all, I didn't even know that was really a thing. Someone had sent me like an Instagram post about it. And I was just like, I'm probably not gonna have it because I feel like I've gotten really good at just like moving on, of different phases. I feel like college just kind of taught me, change is inevitable, really. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm done with this phase of my life, on to the next. And no, I was wrong. Post-grad depression came and your girl was going through it. Like people literally had to tell me to chill. But I'm not going to lie, that was pissing me off, okay? Because I'm a planner, I'm a list maker, I'm a put a sticky notes up in my room kind of girl. Like, I plan things out, okay? So the fact that I had no plan, the fact that there's so much uncertainty because now I'm no longer in this structured aspect of life. Like, come on. We wanted to think that we were fully adults in college, but let me tell you something. We weren't. Baby, you're still in a structured environment. So now that we're not in that environment, to me, I was freaking out. And when people were telling me to chill, and oh my God, you just need to enjoy your summer. You need to enjoy this time. what am I supposed to enjoy? I feel like the reason it really kicked in for me, the post-grad depression, is because I really felt alone. And why I felt alone is because, obviously I had friends that I graduated with. I had friends that I graduated with that were dance majors. My best friend was a dance ed major. As dance ed majors, we were an even smaller group, of students. So, I had people who were in similar boats as me. But out of everyone, I just kind of felt like the black sheep in certain ways because, I was the only one who wanted the career that I wanted. All of my other friends, especially like the dance ed major ones, they went off to go teach in school systems and stuff like that. And that was just not something that I wanted to do. I want to be a choreographer. I want to be a creative director, all these things. So there's that. And then, it's other people that I went to school with that we came in together. But because of, certain circumstances or whatever, they didn't graduate at the same time as me. And so there's people that I left behind. I'm the only one of my friends who moved out of state. So I was in this super weird in-between place, and I just felt like no one understands where I'm at. Like, it's no way that you can understand where I'm at. And it was freaking me out because I just feel like I didn't know how to vocalize how I was feeling. Everyone will be, celebrating me and telling me congratulations and, oh my God, this is so exciting, an exciting time in your life, and you should be having fun and doing all these things. And I'm like, shut up. Like, I'm not enjoying it, actually. And I'm not having fun, okay? I am depressed. But yeah, I just think that is an aspect of graduating that we do not know much about. Like, the reason that I wanted to go on this whole journey of making content about post-grad life to begin with is because it's like I was looking around and I was like, dang, is everybody having a good time? And I'm just like the only one who's not. Everybody else, I was like, y'all just seem like y'all living life, y'all fine, y'all good. I literally had to go search on TikTok. I was like, post-grad life, like, I need something. Somebody got to tell me something. Because it's my third day out here and it's not going well. Somebody, you got to give me something. And that's when I started seeing, people being vulnerable and honest just about their experiences. And I'm not even talking about people that graduated with me. Like, there's people who've been out of school a year plus, 2 years plus, 3 years plus that are still experiencing this post-grad depression. And I was like, oof, misery really does love company, child, because I was so happy when I saw that. Obviously, hate seeing other people upset, but I was like, I'm glad I'm not the only one going through this because I was about to go crazy. And, I hate to admit it, but one of the aspects of post-grad depression that really made me say, oh, well, I'm not going to experience it is one of the things that comes with it is comparison to your peers, looking at their lives and what they're experiencing. And I've always been really big on understanding that comparison is the thief of joy. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely not going to experience it. Yeah, that was a lie. As happy as I am for, friends, like the people that I grew up with, the people that I went to college with and stuff like that, because let me tell you, baby, the girls are thriving. And I love that. I love that for my friends, During my senior year, one thing that I told my friends often was that I really hope in the next 5 to 10 years, I'll just be sitting on my phone one day and scrolling on my social media and seeing that everyone that I love, everyone that I care about, you're living the life that you want to live, because we all deserve that. But I will be lying if I didn't say there was moments where I'm like, dang, they seem like they having a really good time and I'm not. And those things can kind of get to you. I'm not gonna lie. I will say another thing that I've really been feeling that I don't think I've ever felt before in my entire life, but imposter syndrome and then the guilt that comes with that. I know, like, I just talked about comparison and everything, and you're probably, the people who know me, like, you're probably thinking, like, yeah, like, can't believe that you're comparing because of things that you may think that you know about me. Because for me, like, I'm in a place right now, I'm living at home with my parents, which is something that other people who have graduated have not been blessed enough to do. Like, baby, being able to come home and, like, get your life together, it is a privilege. It is really a privilege. I cannot imagine being thrown to the streets for real, being thrown to the wolves and having to pay all these bills and doing all these things. Kudos to the people who graduated and who are doing that, but not even that graduated college. Kudos to the high school graduates who went straight into adulthood. I don't know how you did it. I don't think I would have made it. And then on top of that, I'm really working on like my dream life for real. Like I'm creating a career around what it is that I genuinely want to do. I'm a dancer and I want to be a choreographer and I want to, do all these unconventional things. And it's like some people don't have the opportunity to do that because it's like you have to be in a more practical situation because you have these bills to pay. You have all these things. So it's like I'm sitting over here being depressed, but really other people might be looking at my situation and they're like, what? Like, I wish I was in your shoes. And not only that, I've had these really amazing opportunities, recently that people know about. And from the outside looking in, like I've had so many people tell me like, oh Nia, like I'm so happy for you and all of that. And I love that and I appreciate that. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a couple of weeks where your girl, I'm talking about I was crying like every day. Okay. The slightest thing could have put me in a bad mood. Like I just couldn't do it. And there were just so many moments where I would feel that imposter syndrome of like, wow, like, why are these things happening for me? And why are these things happening so fast? It's people that I know that I went to school with that graduated before me, who I know would have loved to have had some of the opportunities that I've been having. And the fact that like I was not happy and, was feeling a certain type of way about it, like it just made me feel so guilty. And I was kind of beating myself up about it. I'm not going to lie. I just couldn't believe that after all this time of being in school and praying about things and wishing and hoping for this life and this career that I wanted to have, that I will be feeling this way. I was like, y'all tricked me, child. This was not the happy ending that I was hoping for. Another thing that came for me during this transition that honestly, I kind of knew it was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. It didn't really surprise me, but friendships definitely changed. They changed. I would say even towards the end of college, before college ended, like it was certain relationships that shifted for me. But after I graduated and like even before like I completely moved here, it was certain friendships that just, I was like, child, we're done. I think you just kind of start to realize, some people, first of all, it really is true. Some people really are in your life for a season and they help you get through a particular time in your life. I think I always hoped to develop lifelong friendships in college because I know, most people have those kind of stories. And I definitely feel like I did. It is one person, my best friend, who I am, platonically, I am the Eve to his Adam, baby, bone of his bone, flesh of his flesh. That man cannot function without me. He can't. Now, he's going to hear this and he's going to be like, Nia, I'm actually functioning fine, but this is my show. This is my podcast, so I'm going to get whatever narrative I want. He can't function without me. Okay, we're that close. And I definitely foresee that being a friendship that I have for a long time. But there's also other friendships. I think you just kind of realize, some people might have just been your friends situationally. You're friends with people because of proximity. We go to the same school, have the same major, we like doing some of the same things. But for me, coming here, moving, being so busy, having certain priorities, it's like I've just noticed there's certain things that I used to care about that I don't. And then sometimes you just kind of have to step back and be like, okay, was this friendship really a lifelong, like super foundational friendship? Or was it, we just liked to kiki about certain things? But now those things that we used to kiki about, I don't care about kikiing about no more. Like, you feel me? You feel what I'm seeing? Like, I don't know, it's some stuff that I just really do not do anymore, and it's crazy. Like, I'm really not the same person I was in college. It's only been 4 months. I'm not saying it just to say it, like, I'm different in a lot of ways now. And I think it's hard because I think you we don't talk about, walking away from college. There's a lot of grief that comes with it. You're losing a certain aspect of your life. You're losing a certain identity that you've had for so long. You're losing certain friendships. And that can really take a toll on you mentally. It's not, this whole walk in the park, transitioning from one space in life to another. And I just wish somebody would have told me, like, somebody could have spoken up. No one did, but that's why I'm here today. Because it won't be another person behind me that comes that doesn't get a little bit of insight. Baby, I'm going to let you know. So all you girlies that are still in college, especially if this is your last year, maybe take these things into consideration because they're coming. Now, y'all know your girl is all about helping others. So, I had to crawl so the girls can walk, so they can run, so they can fly. It wouldn't be right if I didn't leave y'all with some tips on how to work through the post-grad depression, the post-grad life, the transition, and all of that, right? So, first things first, you gotta reflect on where you are, and you have to be honest with yourself about it. I think one of the biggest disservices that we do to ourselves is like when we get in such a tough spot, we're always so focused on trying to get out of it. It's like, no, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to deal with it right now. Baby, take me out of the game. Not trying to be God's strongest soldier. I get it. But I think the best piece of advice that I got during this time was that, I really just need to sit in how I'm feeling. It took me a while to realize how important it is to actually do that. And once I did that, it just put me in a position where I could really assess how I was feeling, Maybe you don't like your job as much as you thought you were going to like it. Maybe you realize there's people you don't want to be friends with anymore. And baby, I live for a friend cut off. Go ahead, cut them off. They're not serving you. Everyone can't go with you in your next transition, and that's okay. Being honest about the fact that you're scared, you're nervous, you're anxious about your life and where it's going. Be real with you. If you can't be real with you, you can't be real with nobody else. So start there. Next, my favorite thing to do, and I'm a really big advocate for this as the introvert, spend time alone. Okay? I think during this time, you may feel the need to want to distract yourself with other things and other people. I don't advise it. Not all the time. Okay? So my thing is, like I mentioned, I knew that no one really understood how it is that I was feeling. And it was definitely times that I tried to go to the people that I love most, that I respect most, to talk about these things and these feelings that I was having. And I swear every time I wanted to strangle them because I'm like, you're not getting it. You're not understanding how I'm feeling. So sometimes I think it pays to take a step back and just be like, hey, I gotta distance myself from people from a little bit right now. Because, you do owe it to yourself to figure out where you are mentally and emotionally. And the reality is, if Lil John is in your face 24/7, you're constantly on the phone, you hanging out with people you really don't even care to hang out with, but you're just doing it to distract yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice. The best times and opportunities for you to learn about yourself is the time that you take alone. And also, I think a harsh reality that we don't want to admit, even the people that love you most, like, they don't always know what's best for you, and they may not always necessarily have your best interest at heart. And one thing I've been telling people recently is it's not a person on the planet that can tell me what I need to do. And people be offering up their opinions and their advice. It's like, baby, don't come for me unless I send for you. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that advice, and your advice is wrong. Okay? So take time alone to listen to you, to listen to how you feel, to pray, to connect, to touch some grass, to do the things you need to do. Okay, and the last tip that I'm going to leave you with, which should come as no surprise, journaling, okay? She will become your best friend. Let me tell you something. Baby, I get Moesha every morning. You can't tell me I don't live in a 90s sitcom, baby. I be journaling. It will do so much for you. There's this quote that says, I don't know how I feel until I write it. And that is so true. It just helps you open up in a whole new way, and you will appreciate the fact that you did it. Now, I know I spent this episode talking mostly about the more challenging aspects of this post-grad life transition, but I do think there is one reality that has so much beauty to it, and I think that's the one that we should focus on the most. But we're now in a place as adults, we get to create the life that we want. You get to wake up every single day and create the life that you want. It took me a minute to realize that and to appreciate it, but I'm so glad I'm in that place now where I do. You get to be whatever version of yourself you want to be that day. You know, some days I think I'm Carrie Bradshaw. The next day I think I'm Erykah Badu. The next day I'm Sarah Jakes Roberts preaching with the Bible verses. I mean, be who you want to be, and who's going to stop you? Okay? If you don't like your job, quit it. Okay? Yes, that is the advice that I'm giving on Sugar Spice and Everything Nice. Walk away from that job. The place that you're in right now and the job that you're working right now, you may not even be working in the next 5 years. Like, most of us are, 22? Baby, this place that we're in is very temporary. Live that least resistant lifestyle. Go with your gut, with your feelings. You know, step out on faith to do things that are crazy. Do things that some people be like, oh my God, I don't even know why she's doing that. Mind your business, Betty. Okay? I'm doing what's best for me. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what doors will open. You don't know how you'll feel one day from the next. You don't know where your interests will go, where your passions will go. Allow yourself to live, and allow yourself to live the way that you want to live. Okay? Unapologetically, because we hate a girl that's not living her life to the fullest. So y'all know, if I do nothing else, I gotta leave you with some encouragement. You know, I realized that, originally when I was doing my podcast, I used to end my show with quotes. Now your girl is in there with Bible verses. Okay? So I gotta leave y'all with my favorite one of my favorite ones. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. Plans not to harm you. Okay? So, at the end of the day, no matter where you are right now in your life, no matter how this post-grad transition got you feeling, at the end of the day, everything is working together for your good. Everything is for your betterment, and everything is pushing you closer to what God has for you. So don't forget that. All right, so your girl's been talking, child. But I gotta help the girls out in any way I can. I hope you found what I said useful. Hope you identified and connected. Because, child, I know this isn't an easy time in everyone's lives, the post-grad girlies, but we got this. I will see you guys next week, and I hope you come back to get your sugar, your spice, and your everything nice. Bye, y'all.